Hi everyone, this is Greg bringing you another battle report. In this one I'm playing my Empire versus my friend High Elves. 2400 point game, and the scenario we picked the Dark Monolith of Zulgozar from the main rule book, the big book, on the page 390. So here is the magic, the high elf magic. He went for Archmage level 4 using a high magic, and Mage level 2 using a lot of metal. Myself, I went for Wizard level 4 with a lot of Beast, and Wizard level 2 with a lot of Life. This is the battlefield. On the middle of the table there is a hill with this dark monolith from the scenario. As far as I'm concerned, if you controlling that monolith or your wizard is in it, he can cast an additional spell, which we didn't use during the game. However, we roll also 3 sinister statue, and we decide to modify the rules that so if your unit is in the building, then the rules apply, not as rules says 6 inches from the building. We got 2 obstacles: a mysterious forest in the middle of the game, it came as abyssal wood. Then we got the march as earth blood mare. I think that's a 6 up regeneration, a wildering well with this special rule, and the building in the left hand corner. So this is the high elf. He got from the left, actually his right flank, he got the Flamespire Phoenix, a 15 Phoenix Guard, a 28 Sea Guard. With them he deployed his Archmage level 4, and there you can see the magic equipment, and the Noble as a BSB. After that he got a 16 Swordmasters, 10 Sisters of Avalorn, 10 Archers with the Noble level 2, and 5 Silver Helms with his General Prince. So here is the deployment of the Empire. I've got a unit of 40 Halberds. With them is my General of the Empire and my level 4. And I went for a detachment special rule, and I also got 16 handgunners deployed in the left flank building. And beside the unit of 10 archers, there is another 20 halberds as a detachment to this 40. With the archers, I've got my wizard level 2, and the Hurricanum there on the very back of my deployment. And then the unit of 5 Demigryph Knights. With them is my captain of the Empire on the Pegasus. He's a BSB. Basically, mounted on the Pegasus, it gives him additional wound. So because he's using the toughness 4, and then he's 3 wounds now. So he will be like a lord character. And then after that, I've got a Hellblaster support with the Great Engineer, steam tank, and a cannon. So here is the overall look of the battlefield. This game I want to use the detachment special rule for my Empire. I think this is a very strong special rule from the Empire. I really want to test this one. So we roll who go first, and it turns to be the Empire. So the steam tank generates 4 steam points. Then everything moves, as you can see, fairly aggressive on the Demigryph Knights, just to making sure that he's out of range of charge of his Swordmasters. And the unit of handgunners remain in the building for the time being. Steam tanks moves, as you can see. So in the magic phase, I cast the Wyson Wild Form on the unit of Halberds. It was very lucky, it turns to be just what I needed, 10. In the shooting phase, I shoot my Hellblaster into the Sisters, causing 6 wounds. Then the cannonball target his Archmage. He made up a Lookout Sir, and I did kill 3 of the Sea Guards. Yeah, I think this is just another picture of the board. Fairly impressive. Empire moving forward. And the high elf, turn 1, he fly over his phoenix, threatening the unit of halberds. Everything move ever so slightly. I think the archers move back, afraid of the steam tank, I do believe. And on the left flank he moves his general with the unit. Another picture showing up the battlefield. The magic phase, he cast the Fiery Convocation on the unit of halberds. This spell is remain in play. Lucky enough, in my magic phase I had cast the Wilds and Wildfire, which brings them toughness 3 to 4. This is a strength 4 hit with the flaming attacks to every single model in the unit. And yes, this is how it finished. Basically he cast it with the Irresistible Force, which we come to, but he killed 20 models in the unit of halberds. Yeah, fairly unfortunate for my halberds. And Dimensional Cascade, the wizard, he took the wound and caused, I think, 6 wounds to his sea guards. The model, the BSB laying down is just, its metal model is very heavy, it doesn't mean anything here. The shooting phase, he shoot and killed another halberd. In the Empire turn 2, I declare 4 steam points, misfire, had a minor leak, and finished with the 2 steam points. And then I declared the charge on my Demigryph Knights into the unit of Swordmasters, and I couldn't fit the unit, so I had to declare the charge also on the Sisters. Obviously they're gonna take the Dangerous Terrain test, passing that merge. Yeah, and this is just after resolving the charge. You can see the Demigryph taking the wound through the Dangerous Terrain test, and now they're in close combat with the unit of Swordmasters and the Sisters. The steam tank move backwards using 1 steam point and moves 5 inches, just about where I was needed. And the magic phase, I decided to dispel that Fiery Convocation, and I just barely made it, 19. The shooting phase, the handgunners from the building decide to shoot the Phoenix and cause 5 wounds. That was very lucky. And the cannon finished it up, leaving the marker there where the Phoenix was. And the Hellblaster fires up and killed 3 knights. After that, the steam tank used his gun and killed remaining 2 knights, leaving the general on his own. The high elf general failed his leadership test and flee. And yeah, this is just before the close combat, and this is just after close combat. So you can see he did cause 6 wounds to my Demigryph Knights. I did 2 to the Sisters and they flee, and another 11 to the unit of Swordmasters. It was very lucky. And I think the high elf turn 2, he rolled a 1, which caused a dead embers for the Flamespire Phoenix. So we're not gonna see this fighting this game. So after that there is a charge declare. A Seaguard is gonna charge the archers. With the archers there's my level 2, but he's in this monolith. You can see just the base sticking out. And here's after resolving the charges. So he made with the sea guards, and the remaining movement he just moved the, I think this is the Phoenix guards forwards. So his general has rally, the sister did not and flee off the board, so that's one more unit less to be worried about. In the magic phase he cast Walk Between the Wards on the unit of Phoenix cards, making them ethereal. And close combat he did another 2 wounds, taking off another Demigryph Knights, and I did 4 in turn, and just to finish off the Swordmasters. The unit has reform in the direction of the Sea Guards. Yeah, in this combat he did kill my wizards and then cause another 4 wounds to the archers. I did 1 in return and the unit of archers flee. He pursue. However, the way the angle were, it took him to contact with my unit of 20 detachments, halberds detachments, and they now charge in the flank. I think earlier on I had reformed my halberds, entered boss formation, so I have front 5 in the front and going for the ranks. However, this is turn 4. I decided to declare 14 points and I did it. And yeah, the Demigryph Knights with the BSB declare a charge on the Sea Guards. The Halberds declare a charge on the Phoenix Guards. And yeah, this is the remaining movement. You can see the Abyssal Woods, I think. The remaining movement, the Hurricane moves, so he's in range with the unit of Demigryphs, and I think also with the unit of Halberds. And the handgunners move out from the building. And yeah, the steam tank moves, and even the Hellblaster moves on. The magic phase, I cast the transformation of Kadon and converting my wizard to Molten Chimera. And the shooting phase, the cannon shoot and misfire and cannot shoot this turn. The steam tank fires up the cannon and did absolutely nothing. In close combat, he caused 7 wounds to my detachment of halberds, and I did 11 in return. And they reform after the close combat, facing the front of the Sea Guards at the moment. And the left combat, I couldn't hit him. Because the unit is ethereal, so he is immune to any non-magical attack. So basically, he did 10 wounds to my halberds, and between my general and the Mountain Chimera, I caused 6 wounds to the Phoenix Guards. And I hold. In his turn, there was no charges. He moves, as you can see, the archers, they're blocking the steam tank, so the steam tank is not able, if he generates any steam points in his turn, he won't be able to move so charges into the archers. And the magic phase, I think he dispelled my Molten Chimera. And the close combat, he caused another 4 wounds to my halberds. The main block, I did 2 in return. In the middle battle, he caused 4 wounds to my halberds, detachment halberds, and 2 to the unit of Demigryphs. I did 5 wounds to the Sea Guards, and 1 to his Archmage, and 1 to the BSB. So Empire turn 4. I declared the 14 points misfire, and I had the dangerous overpressure, and I gained another 3 steam points. Declared the charge of my handgunners into the unit of Phoenix Guards. Why not? Cast the Storm of Shamtek from the Hurricanum on the unit of archers, and the meteors strike this time, causing 2 wounds to them. The next, I cast every single bounce spell from the Warrior Priest, so the unit now has 5 up ward save, and the flaming attacks, and they also reroll 2 wounds. The cannon trying to shoot his general, misfire again, and cannot shoot this on the next turn. I think, yeah, this is the steam tank using the steam gun, causing 6 wounds to the archers. Yeah, this is just another picture. And the Hellblaster open up and finished up the whole unit with the Noble level 2. Yeah, this is a close combat. He did 1 wound to my unit of Demigryph Knights, killing another one. I did 1 wound to his BSB, leaving his Archmage with the remaining of 1 wound, I do believe. And this close combat, he did 1 wound to the Halberds, lucky enough with the 5 upward save, and caused 2 wounds to the unit of handgunners. And I did 5 wounds to the unit of Phoenix Guards. So here is where we decide to finish the game. He's only 4 models left on the table. I think his general beside that white tower, and his archmage still in the combat, and the 2 Phoenix Guards. So there was no point to play more turns. Basically, about the detachment special rule from the Empire book, I do recommend to every single Empire player. It's a very strong rule. It play well with the Hellbirds and with the 2 detachments. It didn't really use that rule as to reaction of the charge into my main block. However, I still think it's very strong. Basically, detachment rule. The detachments, actually the Hellbirds, were held only because of the main block for the crown of the command, which I think the general has. And yeah, the bounce spells, which works also on the detachments, making you roughly nearly 70 models with the hatred, and reroll to wound if you want, and the 5 upward save. And if you give them a crown of command, as I do had, it's absolutely stunning. So I do recommend that for everyone who wants to play the Empire. And for my opponent, thank you for the game. It was very enjoyable, and I'll be coming back with the next battle report shortly after that. This game was played some times ago before my holidays, and I had the 1 game last Sunday with my friends, also playing the High Elves. So you all invited to watch that one again as well, and we'll see you shortly.